Welcome realtors to another video where I'm going to be covering if you should buy pre-con, or suggest to your clients rather, if they should buy pre-con in today's market. Hit the subscribe button, give me a like, I'll give you some more value. Let's get on to the video. So the answer to the question if you should buy pre-con in this market is no. I'm joking. Listen, it really depends on your potential client's goals. I'm gonna share with you guys my thoughts in this market. I think there's opportunity in every market. I personally don't feel the pre-construction projects in my marketplace, haven't seen the ones in your marketplace, are of value at this point. I think there's better deals to be had in the resale market right now. So for example, in a hot market where you can't get a resale house even if you wanted to because everybody is bidding on that home, well, the pre-con market is looking really nice. You know, you don't have to overbid. The price is the price. Maybe some developers have increased the price a little bit, but you're not bidding, you're not getting into bidding wars. You might get into a situation where the property sold out, that is what it is, but you're not overpaying and bidding. You missed out on that price, you move on, okay? But in a balanced market, or a buyer's market, if you will, I think you gotta pivot. You know, I think there's gonna be a lot of opportunity in the resale sector. A lot of people that are going to be selling for a lower price, especially those people that got stuck in between two homes and that need to sell. Selling while consumer confidence is low is not easy, and that's where you can go ahead and pick up some deals. So I would say the resale market, especially in my marketplace, is more alluring, if you will. Let's talk about some of the things that you must know when you're buying pre-con. In my marketplace, we have something called HST, which is 13%. The first person that buys a property is responsible to pay the HST. Now, we do have some rebates and things like that, but I'm not covering that in the video. The point is, when you're buying resale, there is no HST. You pay HST on a home once in my marketplace. I'm in the Greater Toronto area. One time, and that's the first buyer. So if you're buying pre-con, guess what? You're gonna be the first buyer. You are responsible to pay HST on the house. So 13% on $1 million, you do the math. Like I said, I know for you guys that are watching, there is some rebates, I get it, but that's another story for another day. Point number two, the closing costs on a pre-con is a lot more expensive than a resale. So all these levies, all these dev costs, they're one-time costs that are given to the end user. So your closing costs at the end are going to be more expensive. Whereas a resale, you have your land transfer and you have your title insurance and you have your lawyer fees and all that stuff you have on your pre-con, just to name a few, but plus you have the development costs and the levies and hookups and all these things. So your closing cost is going to be significantly higher when you buy a brand new property in what we're calling a pre-con at this point. Another point about pre-con in a buyer's market is you don't get to see the place. Most times you're buying this pre-construction property off of a floor plan and off of pictures. In resale, you can actually walk through the home, you can see the home, you can feel the energy of the home. For those of you guys that are really, into energy and feng shui and all these things of a property, man, that's hard to do off a piece of paper on a floor plan. It's real estate. You can come in, you can touch it, you can feel it. Now remember, I'm not saying resale is better than pre-con. I'm saying in a buyer's market, when there's a lot of deals to be had, you might want to switch gears and go into resale, unless you're the type of person that needs to save up for a down payment and you're just putting money down now so you can afford it a couple of years from now, which I don't like either, because some people try to do that and it's a gamble, and come closing time, they're gonna want to assign the property. Different video for a different day. Here's another thing in this market. Let's talk about interest rates. Interest rates on the steady climb up. So if you book a pre-con today, more likely than not, if it's built next year or a year and a half from now, you're gonna be paying a higher interest rate then than you will right now. Unless we hit a recession and interest rates come back down, which is a possibility, but let's hope there's no recession. However, now today you're locking down interest rates that are lower. So that's another kind of pro for resale. And if you're an investor, you can start renting out that resale property right away. You can start renting it out right away. The landlord is making money because the tenant is paying their mortgage payment. Your equity is getting built by somebody else. Whereas you cannot get that income right away from a pre-con because you can't rent it out yet. It's not built. So with the resale, you can start renting it out right away and start building up your equity rather through somebody else paying your mortgage payment. Lastly, like to talk about builder upgrades. In a resale, a lot of times you can find a home where the person that lived in their home gave it some TLC. It's upgraded. It looks nice. You don't have to spend all this money on hardwood floor and quartz countertops and stainless steel appliances, whatever you fancy. Getting those upgrades through a builder is expensive. It is more expensive doing it through a builder than a third party even. Builders tend to have the most price upgrades because they know they got you. It's very convenient to get hardwood off them. You just kind of check it in a piece of paper. I want hardwood, I want quartz, I want this. Then you look at the bill, it's like, damn. Right? You don't really think about it. You don't really shop around because the builder just throws it in. They give it to you bare and then you got to do upgrades, at least in my marketplace. So those are some of the things to think about when you're buying pre-con in this market. I do believe that pre-construction in some market is more alluring than resale. I don't think that this coming market is that, but that's my opinion. Tell me off in the comments. Let me know you don't agree. Give me a thumbs up if you do. Either way, hit that subscribe button so I could give you some more value. Give me a shout, we'll sort it out.